Hello everybody, welcome to Finger Gym to Go. My name is Miss Lisa and I'm with the Virginia Beach Public Library. This month's theme is back to school for September, and the purpose of these kits is to help us develop coordination and strengthen the muscles in our hands. So we have created activities with that in mind. Let's see what's in our kit this month. So these are our crafts for this month. We're going to do paper weaving and peeling and sticking and drawing for a school bus. We're going to do some lacing for an apple, and we will be doing some cutting or tearing and pasting and some writing and color matching for some school supplies. So those are our crafts for this kit. So the first one we're going to start with is our school bus. So you're going to have a red envelope with your school bus. You have your cardstock school bus, your paper strip that we're going to weave in, and some sticky foam shapes, one for the stop sign and two for the wheels on the bus. For this, you will need a crayon or a pencil or a marker at the end to draw the people on the bus. But we're going to start with the lacing. This is good because your child is learning to do things with both hands, different tasks at the same time. You can get them started, it doesn't matter how you start. And they're going to go under and over, under and over. And then once you have it in here, you can either get a pair of scissors and practice cutting, or you can just fold over like that. And then we're going to practice peeling. So we're going to grip and we're going to peel, and it's just sticky on the back. Peeling is a great activity. They're holding and they're pinching and pulling. And they can put the stop sign on the bus wherever they think it should go. Some of them will put it at the back, some will put it at the front. I put mine right here. And if you want to, they can actually write the words on here if they're practicing writing words. Marker will work best, but if you have a pencil, you can do that too. So they can practice writing their letters. And then they can just draw people. If they have friends who are going to school, they can draw them on the bus. Peeling, gripping, pulling, weaving, holding, talking about patterns, under, over, under, over. So a lot of different skills that they're going to get a chance to practice with just this little tiny craft right here. Our next craft is our lacing craft, and this is an apple because typically we associate apples with the fall, and also sometimes kids like to bring their teacher an apple. It's going to come with the directions right here. In a plastic bag, you have your green cardstock apple, your pink worm, and your red yarn. So this is an excellent opportunity to practice tying knots if they haven't already learned that. If they are not quite there yet, then you can go ahead and get it started for them. If they want to lace around the edge, that is perfectly okay. If they want to lace through the center, that is okay too. Everybody will do it differently just based on their own preference, and there's no order that they have to go in. If you want to have them do it in a pattern, that is okay if they are interested in doing that. Some children will just do a couple holes and then they'll be done. And then other kids will want to use all of the yarn and put yarn in each hole. However their apple looks at the end, that is perfectly okay. They might have a few tangles, so it's just a good opportunity for them to practice untangling the yarn, doing some problem solving. And there should be plenty of yarn for them to do the whole thing. And see, they're pinching here when they're pulling through, they're pinching. They can also straighten the yarn by rolling it like that if they need to. Roll it between their fingers so that they can relace. So then at the end, when you're done, you can just tie it. They can practice tying their knots if that's a skill that they're working on. If you have a pair of scissors, they can practice cutting this off. And then we have our nice little paper worm. It's never fun to discover a worm in your apple. Sometimes it happens. This is a cute little worm, and you can practice weaving him in between the pieces of yarn. So over and under, and kind of get him situated in there. And he can come back out and they can put him in different positions. That is our apple craft. Our last craft for this month is our school supply box. So your box might look a little different than my box, but it will have a nice name tag label on here. And if you have a marker, pencil, crayon, your child can write their name on here and practice gripping. So I'm going to go ahead and write on here. Good thing to practice writing their name. And then they can just dump this out and they're going to have school supplies. And they have the color names on here. You'll have some color strips here. You've got purple, red, blue, pink, and yellow. And you are going to help them find which item in their school supply box goes with which color. And then this is where our cutting skills are going to come in. Got a blue crayon. So then they can cut strips, practice cutting in a straight line. This is a good place to start learning cutting skills, is just practicing on a strip of paper. They're holding and they're cutting with their scissors. This is a really important skill for when they go to school. If you don't have scissors handy, they can also practice tearing. That is perfectly okay. Pinching, gripping, ripping, because we need that skill for a lot of things that we have to open. So that also is important. Whichever type of glue you decide to use is fine. If you use stick glue, you're going to help them practice their grip, like if they were holding a marker or another kind of writing utensil. And they're also going to be learning to apply pressure. And then they're just going to stick their colors on here and just kind of cover it up. It doesn't have to be perfect. If they are using regular school glue, this is also good because they are going to practice squeezing and working out those muscles in their hands. So whatever you have is absolutely fine. So I've got my first crayon done. I'm not going to do all of these. This was just to give you a little idea of how this craft will work. So again, you'll just have them match up. Which one is pink? Pink. And then practice cutting or tearing and gluing. And then when you're done, they can just go right in your box. And that is our school supply box. And as a bonus, we're going to give you a pencil for back to school so you can sharpen that and use it to draw your people and faces for the windows on your bus. And we gave you a copy of the wheels on the bus so that you can take your school bus and sing the wheels on the bus, go round and round. And everybody has a different set of lyrics for this that they know. So if these don't quite match yours, it is perfectly okay to substitute movements and words that you like to do. That's all we have for today. Thank you for joining us this month. I hope that you will send us some pictures of your crafts. You can message those to us on Facebook at Virginia Beach Public Library, or you can tag us on Instagram at VBP Library. Bye!